Yo, what is up, guys? Hope you had a massive week. Hope you had an exciting week. Hopefully, you accomplished whatever goals you set out to do. Happy Friday. My name's Brad. Dialing in from Melbourne here again. I just wanted to touch base and really share today's topic, which is a lot of people they want massive success and they have all these big goals and dreams, but thinking about it sort of gets them a bit overwhelmed. And typically a confused mind or an overwhelmed state, people don't really do anything about it. So they actually eventually achieve nothing. So I just wanted to, share a secret that, or a tip that I've learned along my career that I've adapted really early on, which I was pretty fortunate enough to start implementing. And it's quite funny. It really dawned on me, like, typically, if you set out for a massive goal and start telling people about it, and then you don't really achieve it, sort of fizzles out, you look like a bit of a dill. You look like a bit of an idiot. So I never really liked that feeling. So what I did is I educated myself on how I can actually achieve a massive goal, but do it in a way where I don't get overwhelmed. And this is exactly what I started doing. So I'm not too sure if you guys have heard of a book called The Slight Edge. It's by Jeff Olson. I'll put it in the comments down below. But basically the whole gist of the book is doing daily activities to eventually get to your goal. So daily disciplines. And I'll firstly start with, you got to actually understand and be aware, or identify what goal you want to achieve, or what massive success that you want to achieve. And once you understand what you actually want, then you can start reverse engineering it, working it backwards, breaking it down to bite-sized chunks, and really start utilizing the slight edge. And I'll give you a quick story of exactly what I mean. So going through high school, I think most of you know from the previous live post that I didn't really do too well, got asked to leave, and didn't really think anything of reading books. I know growing up, when we were a lot younger, my brother, he's probably going to hate me for this, but my twin brother, he read a lot of books. I think he used to read like a lot of Harry Potter and sort of fiction books. And I sort of laughed at him for that. I'm like, bro, what are you reading books for? Like, that's not cool. And I never really understood that until I actually started reading books. So maybe I was a bit sort of, I didn't understand, so I was sort of judging. But now that I understand how powerful books are, I got stuck into them. Now, I was lucky enough to, I was under the understanding that I did read a book. I don't know if you've ever read Franklin the Turtle. When I was a kid, there was a book called Franklin the Turtle. Now, it's a bit embarrassing. I thought I actually finished the book. That was my first book I ever read. I think I was in grade 5. Reading Franklin the Turtle. It's like a 2 or 3 book. I read it in grade 5, but there was a page ripped out at the end. Technically, I didn't finish that book, so I was a bit deflated. I'm like, oh, wow, okay. I can't even finish a grade 2 or grade 3 book. But having said that, one of the first books was obviously The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. So one of my goals was to read 15 books for the year. That was my massive success goal. That's what I wanted to do. 15 books for the year. So I broke it down, and it ended up being around about 10 to 12 pages a night. I identified the 15 books that I wanted to read. I added up all the pages, divided by 365 days. And I've been about 10 to 15 pages per night, which I committed to. The thing is, with 10 pages per night, it's easy to do, but here's the catch. It's easy not to do, right? It's easy to do, but it's just as easy not to do. So it's easy to just go, I'll do it tomorrow, which is where most people sort of fall over. I committed every single day just to reading 10 pages, even if I fell asleep. I make sure I set my alarm for half an hour, wake myself back up again. I'll commit every day to read 10 pages. At the end of that year, I've gone from 0 books, Franklin the Turtle, right? 0 books to reading 15 books in a whole year. And I was blown away from what I achieved, because I never was able to read a book before in my life. So that's a really a good lesson there. And I guess what you need to focus on, you need to focus on disciplines, not the result. Don't get hung up and caught on emotion with the result. Just focus on daily disciplines. Because what happens with discipline is, I've actually written a few notes down here, is you got disciplines that form into habits. Habits form into routine, and routine falls into your lifestyle. So many people think achieving success is about goals. I truly believe, and this is just me, success is all about incorporating it into your lifestyle. So it's not just a temporary goal. It's an everyday thing that just comes naturally. And it all starts with a decision of committing to daily disciplines. Okay? So having said all that, as I said, don't get caught up on the emotion. Everyone wants instant results. We live in a microwave society. So basically, everyone's conditioned to learn and understand short bits of information. You look at Instagram, Snapchat, and all that sort of stuff. All the stories, they're short 15-second videos. We're conditioning our brain to see instant results straight away. Okay? When really, we need to condition our brain to really understand that, okay, there is microwave success, but true success takes time. And you need to break it down into bite-sized chunks. So that's the key. And look, it doesn't just stop with reading books. And it doesn't necessarily have to lead to success. It could be something bad as well. Like, if you're smoking, say, 2 to 5, 10 cigarettes a day, or even let's just say 2 cigarettes a day, it may not seem bad at the time, every day. It's easy to do, it's easy not to do. But over a 10-year period, 20-year period, that's going to add up to something really bad for you if you consistently do that. Okay? And it's the same with, dieting or business. Let's start with exercising and dieting. So many people do like crash diets and, New Year's resolution, I want to lose 10 kilos, I want to go hardcore for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 12 weeks, whatever. But when it gets to the first couple of days, it's so much stress and pressure to get that massive instant result. They forget about doing the daily disciplines and they get demotivated and go, oh, you know what, it'll just fizzle out and that's it. Statistics show that most New Year's resolutions only actually last 2 weeks. Gym memberships skyrocket and then no one actually ends up going. That's why it's always busy around January and if they're lucky, maybe the start of Feb. So with dieting and exercising and stuff like that, start smaller, make it into a habit, add it to your routine, and then from there, it's going to incorporate into your lifestyle. So it's not so much a diet, it's your lifestyle now. Even without getting stronger, like you could do 10 for the guys, maybe girls as well, 15, 50 push-ups per night. It's easy to do. You could probably bang it out in 30 seconds a minute. But at the same time, it's easy not to do. So you think about it, you do 50 push-ups a night for a whole year, you're going to start to get a pretty decent physique. Your arms will start bulging, your chest, you'll see results. But if you don't do it, you're going to not see any results, if that makes sense. So that's really what I wanted to share with you guys. Basically, that is pretty much it. So if you do want to achieve massive success, understand and identify what you actually want to achieve, okay? Reverse engineer it, break it down, like the book example. Find out what you want to do. You might want to run 10 kilometers. Okay, awesome. You might want to start with walking around the block a few times, then start going up to a run, and then run maybe 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers. Be consistent with that. Be consistent. I used to be able to not run 10 kilometers, and I was consistent enough to go from 3 kilometers, had a sort of barrier. I broke through that because I was consistent. Then I went from doing 3 kilometers 3 times a week. Then I did it to 5 kilometers 3 times a week. And eventually worked up to 15 kilometers 3 times a week. And I was actually shocked as to what I could actually achieve if I started with just bite-sized chunks. I wasn't overwhelmed by doing the 15 kilometers straight away 3 times a week. I was being like, you know what, bugger this is hard. So I always start off with something small, incorporate it I started with discipline, habit, routine, and it's going to incorporate into your lifestyle. That's all I really wanted to share with you guys. If it did add value to you, definitely like, comment, and share it with someone. Let's all continue to be the best version of ourselves and continue to add value to each other's lives and get better and better and better. And that's it, guys. I'll catch you next time. Yo!